Good morning. How is everybody going? Let me know if you can hear me, if you can see me, all that kind of stuff. I am using a really old setup. We've been having some serious tech problems that have been bugging me so much that I've decided to step it back a few years. And this is how we used to sort of set up similarly 2 years ago when we very first started live streaming here on the Fibrific YouTube channel. This is my office at home. I'm using my old desktop computer. I've got some different cameras happening because I'm not using my laptop, so I'm missing this camera here. I've had to use a really old webcam, so I'm really sorry if it is not great quality video. And because of how I've had to set up, the overhead camera was a bit playing naughty this morning. So, you know, we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. So I'm totally set up on my old desktop computer. I'm using the home internet, and we will still see how we are going. So welcome to the chat, everybody. Kim's saying, where's that funky music? It's here, it's here. Kim can hear me and see me. That's fantastic. Thank you, Kim. I hope you're having a nice holiday too. I'm still making stars. Yes, look, I've had a massive break from the stars. I've been trying to keep up and catch up with lots of other stuff. And this is sort of the first craft that I've sat down and done in, I don't know, ages. Abby has been warned about not connecting. She's been told that if she needs internet, run out to the office and grab the office connection. She can connect to that. She can actually sit in her bedroom with it. No problems at all. So yeah, so I'm back to making stars. We still have not decorated the house yet. I've been running around like a loon, just trying to finalize everything for Fibrific and get everything good and going. So yeah, it has been, you know, just trying to see how things are going there. Now, according to my computer, it is working hard, so I hope that it's still looking okay. And we'll see how it's looking. So first thing I want to do is welcome our new subscribers. I can see the Kate, Skywalker 67897, Sil Fowler, Anastasia Popov, Kerry Morland, Renee Hughes, Blue Jeans 58, Evelyn Cox, Marie Harding, and Ellen Renegar. So thank you to all of you for subscribing to the channel. I'm sure there's more of you, but if you subscribe with a private account, I can't see. I just know that someone has subscribed. So that's really cool. So thanks everybody for joining in. Abby is in the chat. Hey Abby. Good morning, Sally. Kim says today is the first day with no rain since we've been up here. The kids were too exhausted to get up early to go to the beach. So they've been swimming around 5 hours a day every day. Oh my gosh, that sounds awesome. I love swimming so much. I don't like swimming in public, however, but I do love swimming. Okay, so I'm just going to kill that. Hopefully that doesn't destroy anything for us. excuse me. And I just want to double check I've got no other apps and things open. Good. Okay, so I'm just trying to clear out what's happening on this computer to make sure it doesn't die. Dying, not allowed. So yeah, so I'm still working on the stars. Mystery Lace Club is going out today. Let's see if I can do this without destroying anything. Are we ready? Bing. No, that didn't work. Okay, we're stuck with one camera angle today. I actually totally forgot to check the other camera thing this morning because I have changed how the setup is. I just totally forgot to double check it. Good morning, Kim Nelson. Welcome to the chat. Donna Davis wants to know, what kind of border would you suggest for a granny striped blanket? My stock standard border that I love to suggest for everything is crab stitch. It's just that little bit of detail that doesn't take away from all the work you've already done. And it kind of just really finishes things off nicely. It's a recent obsession of mine, is the crab stitch borders. But I just think they look so fantastic, honestly. Yeah, I would highly recommend a crab stitch border. Otherwise, like if it's a striped blanket, the hard part about a striped blanket is putting a border on it that doesn't take away from the nice stripes or in any way start confusing your eye with color. So sometimes they don't even need a border. What do you guys think? Do you think, what kind of border would you recommend for a granny striped blanket? So just keep going here. Marion says 2 rows of DCSC and then 1 row of crab stitch. There you go. See, I'd normally do just 1 row of SC and then 1 row of crab stitch. So you're going to get lots of different opinions because we all love our borders. Now, the other thing I wanted to talk about is Mystery Lace. Obviously, Mystery Lace Club is going out today. It's the last one for 2018. It's a little bit Christmassy. Because it is Christmas. Like, I don't know if you guys have worked out, but I love Christmas. You can't see I'm wearing a Christmas shirt right now. It is my Doctor Who Christmas shirt, which I love a lot. And so it is one of those things where I just really, really love Christmas. I love it a lot. So I love decorating. I love the Christmas food. I love seeing all the Christmassy things. I love the whole season of giving. And I've been enjoying, like, it's a bit embarrassing to say, but I've been really enjoying watching those lame Christmas movies on Netflix. We have been watching so many of them. So, yeah, love Christmas movies as well. But not the traditional ones. I love the rom-com ones when we try to pick who's going to end up with who, what causes it. It's kind of like a murder mystery, but rom-com style. It's kind of just how we do it here. Let me have a look. Jackie Doyle has suggested for Donna Davis to pop a picture of her blanket into the fun zone so we can have a look and actually give you some suggestions. That's a really good idea if you're happy to do that. Then I would totally recommend that. You'll get lots of input. What have we got over there now, girls? Have we got, well, I shouldn't say girls. There are guys as well, and that just is sexist, so I shouldn't do that. I don't have enough chains here. We've got like 300-400 people over in the fun zone now, so you'll get some opinions. Opinions are good. Where are we? Kim Nelson has been making Christmas tree bunting for kindy teacher gifts. I am still making stars, that's correct, yeah. Sally says that they have a Christmas movie channel on Foxtel at the moment. That's hilarious. And Gabby Rodriguez also loves the rom-com Christmas movies. I have to say my current favorite is Spirit of Christmas. If you haven't seen it, go and watch it. It's cool. It's a cool Christmas movie that's a rom-com that's it's interesting. It's fun. I really like it. Kathleen Champ says, yes, I actually am able to hear this week. Bummed you missed Die Day. Kathleen, we had so many tech issues with Die Day that the actual stream, like even with all my end tech issues, there was a YouTube issue and the stream just got sliced, like over. So yeah. Kim Nelson says she loves The Night Before Christmas. I don't know if I've seen that one. I'll have to have a look. Man, I just about did the wrong stitch in here. Die Day died. Yes, it did. It totally bombed. We've still got a couple of the skeins of yarn available over on the Fiberific Facebook page if you're interested. And those of you that have received your email from the Fiberific email newsletter list, you've been snaveling some bargains. We had a discount code go out last night. 20% discount on all yarn in stock. So that I felt like that's probably the biggest yarn discount I've ever given. And it was like, I would normally at this time of the year have done a couple of sort of little codes, little things by now, but I've been a bit swamped is probably the best way to put it, a little bit swamped. And I hadn't gotten the first Christmas email out yet. So I made the first one a good one. There'll be more coming out over the next couple of days. If you did get that code, remember it does expire on Christmas Eve. It is not a permanent thing. The other thing for those people that are part of the Mystery Lace Club to remember is that those codes do expire. So I hope you're going in and grabbing all your codes for your patterns, even if you are not starting the project yet. So I'll have to have a little look into it, and it'll depend from designer to designer on how long their codes last for. But I also know Ravelry has an inbuilt expiration. So that something happened this week that made me realize this. I didn't know it was a thing. So double check if you're a Mystery Lace Club member that you've been downloading all your patterns. If you're having a problem, contact me with the pattern that you need, like your code that you need, and I will contact the designers. Kathleen says, yay, I thought I just couldn't find all the posts. Going to redo the dye day. Going to do a re-dye day. Oh, I can't even say that, Kathleen, so I don't think it's going to happen. No, the reality is I'm not going to be doing another dye day now at all until January at least. I have put the pots away. The dyeing is finished. Mystery Lace Club was the last thing to get dyed out. So that's it for this year. So what is in store is all that there is and all that there will be. I'm sure if someone contacted me and desperately needed something, I could pull a pot out. I'm that kind of person. I'd be like, oh yeah, sure, I could do it. Chris Bragg says, any silk left from the dyeing? There is some of the jellies left, and I have to say the photo of the jellies does the yarn no justice whatsoever. I could not get a decent photo of it. I struggle so hard with blues and purples, and the tones of the blues and purples in this yarn were just so difficult to do and get a photo of. If I had thought about it, I would have brought it inside to see if a webcam did a better image for you. Have you put all the pics of the yarn into the store? I don't know. I'll have to have a look about that. I think that all the in-stock yarns are there. There's still some of the special yarns from the from the dye days that aren't there, but the rest of the yarns are, I think. Oh yeah, it's Christmas. You deserve a little time off as well. Yeah, and my family, like my daughter's been on holidays for 3 weeks, nearly 4 weeks already. And she has been hearing, you know what, honey, I'm not on holidays a lot. So I really would like to be able to go, yeah, let's go and do this thing, or let's go and see this movie or whatever. And so I'm really looking forward to it. We've got heaps of people coming for Christmas as well. I should keep doing these stars, shouldn't I? It's going to be so much fun. Andrea came in on this week and was like, oh my God, what's happened to your house? Because like we're pulling furniture out left, right and center because we're running like dining tables right down the middle of our house because we want to have seating for 30 people. So yeah, so that will be fun. What have I got there? I've got 3, so it's time for one of those. If you are wondering what the star pattern is that I'm using, hopefully it's in the description down below. If not, Google Craftsy Crochet Star, and it's like the simplified star pattern thing that they've got going there. That's if it used the actual thing that I set up last night with the pretty. Did you guys see my like really cute placeholder for this stream today? Like I worked on that for some time. No, I didn't. I did it in like 5 minutes. Jacob worked on that for some time, making all those pieces, and I've just hacked them and threw them together to make that. So hopefully he doesn't hate it, because that would be like someone grabbing 2 crochet things that you've made and then just sewing them together and going, yeah, look at this thing I made. Yeah, it's not nice when poor Jacob doesn't like what I do with all his pretty things. I can't count for some reason, could be because I'm talking. Jackie Doyle's thrown up a link. Thank you, Jackie. Oh, it is in the description. Thank you, Kim. Thank you, Kim. Yes, this is the Evil Yarn. Kim was here for the Fiberific Christmas party that we had a couple of weeks ago, and a few of the people there, Kim and Andrea, and I don't know if anyone else did, but they actually crocheted some stars up for me. But the thing is, you guys, Kim's allergic to wool and like just keeps touching wool. I'm allergic to prawns, but I don't eat them. But Kim keeps touching the wool. Anyway, this particular base that I don't actually sell anymore, I just happen to have cones and cones of it for me to use. It's a feltable 8-ply. Kim reacted to it. It's got so many, like, for felting, beautiful, like, I don't know if you can see it on this camera, it might be a bit pale, but can you see the halo popping off the edge there? That's fantastic if you're felting. Not so good if you're allergic to wool and it flies into your face and makes you sick. So poor old Kim got attacked. Have you posted photos of the tree skirt? I have not. There is one major reason for it, which is then we've already covered them in presents. So I would have to undo that. I'll try and get a photo up today. I did try to get a photo of it, but because I haven't blocked it, I like finished it, waving the ends and threw it under the tree. I feel a bit weird because it's not all blocked and like gorgeous. So technically it's not finished because I haven't blocked it. So I want to get it blocked for photos, but I suppose I could share with you guys. They were probably too scared after I went crazy after playing with it. Look, you know, possibly, but we were all doing so much stuff that day. That was so fun. Rowan says my brother is allergic to shrimp and he keeps eating it. Well, you know what? That's on him, really, isn't it? You know, like, I don't know. I put it down to, like, I can have a couple of prawns before my face starts looking like I've been like a Kylie Jenner reject. But I'm not willing to risk it, like, on a regular occurrence, even though I wasn't always allergic to prawns. So I know that, like, from a child, my dad was a trawlerman. He used to bring prawns home and we used to love them. Oh my God, I love prawns so much. So it's really torturous. So yeah, prawns, evil. I actually think, look, we've worked it out. I'm not actually allergic to prawns. I'm allergic to what they spray on the prawns, but unfortunately they're so inundated with it, I cannot get prawns without it. So basically I just don't eat prawns at all. Chris Bragg says, I don't know why I can never seem to find the pictures of the finished yarn from Dye Days. They're over in the Fiberific Facebook page, not the Fun Zone, but the actual Fiberific page. So if you're not a member over there, you might want to click that button. 3, 4, and 5. Helps if you count to 5 if you need to do things. Oh, 1 prawn, 1 antihistamine. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it's worth it. Like, I love prawns, but I just don't know if it's worth it. My dog's losing her mind at something. Oh yeah, I can see straight out the window again. That was one of the things I used to do a lot. I just realized how natural that is. Like, so this feels really old school to me, guys. I feel really quite weird sitting here live streaming in this location, because this is where it all started. Like, years ago when I was doing my test streams over on Twitch, and then I sort of started out my live streams, I was doing them here. In this exact seat. The seat hasn't even changed. Yeah, so it feels really, really weird. And, you know, like, let me know if is it being glitchy or is it being fine? I don't know. Hang on, 1, 2, 3, there we go. So, you know, it feels like it's going all right for me, but I mean, I'm not really watching my monitor over here. It's a little glitchy, isn't it? But that could even be just because Abby and I are sharing that connection. We've got a secondary connection and we're both sharing that so that I can watch what's happening on my phone. You mean you don't want a good nap every time you enjoy a prawn? No, not really. It's good. Thank you, Chintamani. That's great to know. We've been trying to work out what exactly is the issue with our live streams, because I love them and I don't want to stop doing them, but I've been getting quite frustrated with how often they're crashing. and it's been bugging me. And I thought it was a laptop, and I thought it was the internet at first, which you know, it did definitely played a part. And I thought it was a laptop, and then last week it was just, we had beautiful internet connections, and then we still crashed and burned, and I didn't know what the go was. I didn't understand what was happening, so I'm trying out my desktop instead of my laptop. So yeah. Is Tibbles keeping me up? No, Tibbles is not currently behind the monitor. I kind of kicked him outside so that he didn't bang things. Where are we? Are there any chickens behind the TV? No, there are not. During our Christmas party, I kept forgetting to close doors and what have you, and the chickens just took over. They would go in the house, they would go out into the shed. It was, you know, it was funny but frustrating. Kim says, I've heard that if you have an allergic reaction to crustaceans, you could also be allergic to iodine. I don't know. Honestly, don't know with that. Kim says the issues is that they don't run long enough. Very funny. Very funny. Aha. Ahaha. Oh, you guys are the worst. Do you know, it's like I get up after after these streams, and I'm not kidding. I'm like, oh my gosh, my legs are no, I'm sitting down for like an hour and a half without moving. Like, you guys can get up and move around. I'm like stuck here. I can't do anything. Iodine has the same compounds that are in shellfish. See, guys, I don't actually think I'm allergic to the shellfish. I think I'm allergic to the product that's sprayed all over the shellfish by the trawlermen and by the seafood sellers. So yeah, I think it's more to do with that, because I do have a lot of reactions to a lot of preservatives, and I wasn't always allergic to prawns, and I found out from my dad that when he would bring home our seafood, it would come straight out of the net, and they would normally spray it on the deck. But he would actually scoop out a bucket, fill a bucket with salt water, throw seafood in it, and ours would stay living fresh in the salt water. It wouldn't be iced and sprayed. So I think that's what it is, but it's the spray chemicals. You guys, I can't do a 2-hour stream. Like, seriously, I already tried to stab myself. Oh no, I've just realized I never finished another one off properly. Oh, man. It's going to be curly like a starfish now. Yeah, no, I don't want to do 2-hour streams, you guys. You're not into torturing friends. Thank you, Kathleen. I appreciate you not torturing me. Preservatives are nasty. Yes. Like, look, honestly, I think the creation of preservatives and the idea behind them, not nasty. I think it's great to try and make food last longer. But I think that in this day and age, if we cannot source our food fresh, then we really do need to be looking at changing our menus. I know Rowan's impressions, and I think it's lovely. I really do. And I do think it's fun. Like, I like the banter, but I feel bad because I can't do what you want to do. So yeah. Kim loves torturing her friends. Yes, she does. Lindsay says change.org assaults my email. Yeah, that's the problem with change.org. You go in and you you put your name on for a cause that you really agree with or that you really are passionate about, and next thing you know, you're getting, hey, because you like this one cause, maybe you like these 14 other causes. Donna Davis has thrown her picture up onto the fun zone, so after the chat we can all go over and have a squiz and see what we think about an edging options for her. I'm not the one that posted photos of the MLC with the yarn blanked out. That was so fun. It was totally Andrea's idea. And I was just like, yep, let's do that. Absolutely. I am A-okay. Kathleen says, I get deathly ill from preservatives. They're so chickly based. I don't know what that means. It's frightening these days. Absolutely. So for those of you, Mystery Lace Club, normally we don't do spoilers. And for Christmas, for a bit of fun, I decided to pop a spoiler over in my Instagram stories of the Mystery Lace Club, yarn. Andrea's now saying it wasn't her idea. See that bus, Andrea? Oh, hang on. I did a thing. That's my fault because I'm picking on Andrea. Andrea didn't come up with it. I was the evil mastermind. But, you know, it's fun. It's fun to say it was Andrea's idea as well. So, Andrea held the yarn up for the photo knowing full well what I was going to do, though. So, you know, there's that, Andrea. Did I fix my labels? Yes, I did. Yeah. Oh, and I tell you what, I'd actually already stuck heaps on the boxes and I was just like, oh man, so I've had to go through, reprint the labels and then get the other ones off the boxes. So that was fun. Skewers are great. It's fun to trigger my FOMO. Yes, we know, like, my FOMO is pretty strong, Kim, but I actually reckon yours might be stronger than mine. Yeah, I think it's a possibility. I really do. Kim wants a I don't even know how to say the dismember me sticker. Look, I can totally put one on your box, Kim, if you like. I've still got some somewhere, I think. I can always go through the rubbish and find them for you. But no, I did. I peeled them all off and I replaced them with correctly spelled December because I was like, it took me like a little minute to realize what had happened because I was like, you know, when you look at a word and you're like, there's something wrong with this. Why doesn't it look right? And I was like, oh, it could be because it's in italics, and that always throws my brain out when I'm looking at words. But yeah, no, it was definitely spelt wrong. Andrew says, workplace harassment. I was pressured to do it. There were tears with that photo, tears of laughter. Absolutely, there were tears of laughter. Like to the point where I think the kids came out not long after that to work out why we were like laughing so hard. I do believe the phrase "Kim is gonna kill us" may have been bandied around a little. So yeah, so I'm just having a little look here. Just out of my vision here is a list of things I wanted to remember to talk about today. And I've got to get some emails going out. So if you can make sure you're in the newsletter. So if you want to either hit my website and wait for the pop-up to come through, or go to the Fiberific Facebook page and join the newsletter from there. And I will get some more information out as we go through. But one of the things that will be going out is what I'll be doing over this Christmas break. So I'm planning on, see, it's so much nicer when you put the little edge on. Anyway, I'm planning on pretty well shutting down for the month of January. There'll be a few things that still happen. Mystery Lace Club will still happen. A couple of live streams will still happen. But it's going to depend, and I'll make sure that you know at least the day before if it's going to run or not. Just because we're planning on some little trips away, like little day trips here and there with the family. And so sometimes the best day will be a Thursday. So I'm actually, I hate to say this, but are you ready? I'm going to actually be putting family day trips above the live stream, which would not normally happen, but for the month of January may happen. So there'll definitely be at least 1 or 2 live streams in January, hopefully 3 or 4. I really would prefer not to miss them because I have fun too. But if we're going to go off and do something or have a long weekend away or something like that, then I will definitely be making sure that I will let you know. So don't worry. So make sure you're subscribed here to the channel. If you're following me over on Instagram, if you're in the Facebook group or my Facebook page, if you can, that's where the information will be. And it will be like the night before whether I confirm or cancel so that we can know what's going to happen. So if I'm away, I'm not going to have the internet, but what I'll be doing is I will be doing some little Instagram lives here and there. I might do one from the beach, you know, just so you guys can see what I do while I'm having a break. Kim and Jackie are having a fight in the chat. That's actually quite funny because they both have spanners. Live stream from the day trips. Yeah, well, it will depend on where we're at and if we've got some internet, things like that. So, yeah. So there's going to be that going on. The other thing that's going to be going on, so if you want to make sure you do follow me on Instagram, so I'm at Fiberific everywhere, is that I'll be doing a giveaway of 3 skeins of yarn in conjunction with Claire over on Bob Wilson 123. She has just released a beautiful pattern called the Abbey Shawl, which uses 3 skeins of my Andromeda yarn. So I'm going to be doing a giveaway for 3 skeins of Andromeda yarn. And that will include postage, and it will be for anywhere in the world. So make sure you follow me over on Instagram. All the details will come up there probably by the end of today, my time. So maybe by tomorrow. And there'll be the information of how long it's going to run. It's going to run for, you know, a week or 2. I haven't decided exactly if I want it to be, you know, like straight after Christmas or like a New Year's Day thing. We might make it a New Year's Day prize draw. I like the idea of a New Year's Day prize draw. So yeah, so we'll have those going. So yeah, so and it will be, I will choose the 3 skeins and I'll do a photo and I'll make it pretty and all that kind of stuff. So where are we? So Kim's going to break into my house, and I follow you everywhere. You do, Sally. Thank you. I mean, like normally outside of what we're doing here, that would sound scary and creepy. But what we do here, that's awesome, and I love it. So thank you. So Kim does the live while you're away enjoying the family time. That would be cool. That would be quite funny. I don't know how comfortable I am letting Kim have access to my live chat stuff on my YouTube channel. She could do evil. Hey Tyra, it's been ages since we've seen you in the chat. Welcome, welcome. So yeah, so make sure you are subscribed to the newsletter and that you follow me over on Instagram. There's some cool stuff coming is basically what I wanted to say. So yeah, so we've got stuff happening. Kim the Stalker. Look, we've always known Kim's the Stalker, haven't we, Andrea? Like, seriously, you guys, do you not remember when I first moved over to Fiberific HQ and I was doing a live from there and Kim just turned up? It does sound creeper, and it does, but not in this particular instance. I wouldn't say it to the checkout chick, I follow you everywhere. That may be taken the wrong way. Yeah, Kim would take over the world if you gave her half the chance. I don't even think we need to give her half a chance to take over the world. I think Kim could just do it. So, yeah. That was really funny. And I was so surprised and like trying to keep it together for the chat. Nope, fail. So, yeah, failed. Oh, man. I hope she hasn't microchipped me. Well, she's fed me a couple of times, so there's a possibility she's slipped something into my food and microchipped me. Now I'm terrified, Marion. Thanks for that. Friends, these people. So yeah, so we've got Mystery Lace Club. Sorry, Marion, seeing your name remind me that the Mystery Lace Club is getting ready to go out. All the yarn is dry and in a big pile of skeins, and the pattern is printed and the paper is cut. Everything's ready for me just to start packing it into their boxes. I was hoping to do it yesterday, but it didn't happen. Kim has popped a link. Chantal, are you still doing pickup by arrangement if you shop today? I am, but we'll have to work out the by arrangement part just to double check it's still all good, okay? I'm still here the rest of this week, and I'm still working and shipping until Monday. So, you know, if you want to pick it up over this weekend, then that's not a problem. Yeah, Kim says, you'd be surprised how much work has been done in Nanotech. Unfortunately, Kim, I wouldn't be surprised how much work has been done. Well, see, Sally, that's the thing. This stuff, it's actually designed to, like, attach. Do you not watch science fiction? You can put it in a drink and it can be attached inside your gut, and it doesn't do the full journey. Andrea says, naughty Abby ate all the treats. Well, yeah. Not all the treats, just some of the treats. So, you know, there's still a treat. It's just not what I was hoping. That's all. It bonds with your cells. It does. Hey, Daigo, welcome to the chat. How many? We've got 29 here. That's cool. Thanks so much, guys. Theoretically. That's right. Theoretically. Maybe they failed and you're now tracking the Queensland sewer systems. Ah, Jackie says I happen to be in Brisbane this week, so I think I might need to come over and pick up my MLC. Jackie, you are more than welcome to. Absolutely. Just let me know before the end of today if you're going to, because they're going into the mail today. And don't forget the thumbs up. Absolutely. Have many people finish their MLC socks? Do you know what? I actually think more people started and finished their MLC socks than have done any of the other MLC projects, which is just so exciting. If you are in the Mystery Lace Club and you have started your socks, please remember to Instagram them and tag the designer. She is very keen to see how we all went. 23 likes, please smack the like button. Absolutely. Who's saying that? Kim is. Thank you, Kim. Have I got 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I do. Ready to start the next round. Jackie says, I did have a secret plan to drop in on live chat, but logistics proved hard. Yeah, I understand that sometimes, for sure. Where are we? Andrea doesn't count. She starts them all. What did Andrea do? I don't know what Andrea did this time. Rebecca's asking Kim to be nice to her. That's what have I done here? There's something hinky going on. Oh, I started crocheting with the tail. That's what's happened. Good job, Chantel. Very clever. Very clever indeed. Kim Nelson says that she's knitting her socks right now. 1, 2, 3. So you guys, Abby's running around, so she might try to scooch past, which will be difficult because I've really boxed myself in here. Oh, right. Kim's having a dig at Andrea. Okay, I understand what's happening now. All right. Yep. Sure. I'm not getting involved in that. Rowan's has finished a cat litter mat. Is that one of those mats where you put it down and means you can just pick up the cat litter and slide it back into the tray if your cat tries to dig to china? My cats try to dig to china when they use a litter. They tend to go outside, but when they're inside, they try to dig to china. So there's cat litter like sprayed across the world. I'm not quite sure how Jazzy manages it, but she does. I'm very interested in your cat mat. We are all interested, Rowan. I think you might be required or asked very kindly to pop a pick up over in the Fibrific Fun Zone, and maybe a link if it's a pattern that you followed. Is it still frogging if you are knitting, or is that only a crochet term? No, frogging is ripping it out. So it's just rip it, rip it, rip it. So it doesn't matter if you're knitting or crocheting as long as you're ripping out your work. See, I'd only heard of frogging as a knitting term for a long time. It took me a little while before I realised it included crochet. Diana can't stay, but I thought I'd pop in and say Merry Christmas, everybody. Merry Christmas, Diana. I hope you're feeling better. Jackie says my cat litter tray goes into the laundry or bathroom, so it's easy to sweep up. Yes, mine is also in the laundry, which makes it easy to sweep up. It's sprayed halfway across the room. Yeah, Kim's confirming that undoing one stitch at a time is called tinking, so it's knit backwards. Where are you? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's right. It catches the litter so it stops it from getting all over. This one is my pattern. Are you going to be popping it up for sale, or is it going to be a freebie, do you think, Rowans? Or is it just like a you've made it just for yourself kind of pattern? So that would be great to know, because I think it turns out quite a few of us have cats with cat litter issues. You might have a bit of a thing happening. Yeah, tinking is just when you do one stitch at a time. Frogging is when you're just like reefing it out, like pulling it all out. Diana says she's recovering from her surgery nicely and she's back to work already. Oh, that's good. I'm glad to hear that. You know, as long as you want to be back at work. Like, I'm glad to hear you're recovering nicely, but maybe a holiday would have been better. Yeah. Rowan says, I made it for myself, but maybe I should post it. Well, I think there'd be a few of us here at least who would be interested. For sure. I know I would be. Yeah. Kim says, that's not fair, Diana. Surgery should require much more time off. That's right. Jackie tried to teach her cat how to actually use the toilet when she was a kitten, but was not interested. Yeah. My cats generally go outside as well, but we do have like the backup tray, which they do use. So, like, because we keep ours locked in at night. And so sometimes they just need to go at night, and this way, especially as they're getting older, Jazzie's now nearly 14, Tibbles is 10, so, you know, their little bladders can't hold on quite so hard. Also, Mr. Tibbles is the bionic $5,000 cat who has cost us $5,000 in 2 different lots of surgery because he has issues in that area, so we're not going to make him hold on because it just creates difficulties. Hey, look, my starfish man has got no head. It's just arms and legs. I need a little break from my hand. I don't have a cat, but would it work for the dog bowl scenario? Like, are your dogs those dogs that put their head in the bowl and the food just goes everywhere? Because I can imagine it would work. Oh, dear. Excuse me. Sorry. I just realised my water is on the kitchen bench, so I am drinking my lovely cold coffee. Tasty. So what have you guys all got planned for Christmas? Are you all doing the big family things, or are you working or spending time just relaxing, or I don't know, what are you doing? I'm doing the whole big family thing and working right up to Christmas Eve, and then I'm taking like the month off, except for the occasional thing. And yeah, so let me know what you're doing like for Christmas. Christmas is one of those things. I just love Christmas so much. And I was watching one of those, you know, lame-o rom-coms, and there's this chick and she's like, love Christmas so much. And it's just like, yeah, I totally relate. I can totally relate. Rebecca Nelson is working. Are you working just around Christmas, but also on Christmas Day? Rowan says, yeah, it should be made partly with scrubber yarn so it catches all the things and holds onto it. Yeah, Gabby Rodriguez is asking to please post the cat litter mat. Gabby, Rowan's, you're more than welcome to throw it into the Fibrific Fun Zone if you want to pop it there, or if you want to put it up on Ravelry and then just share a link with us. That would be awesome as well, because then you've got a lot more exposure too for your pattern. Sally says, we like our back sliding to crack big enough so he can get out when he wants. Cool. Tyra says, I have a client call due around Christmas, so I'm staying home. Then the New Year's, I'm taking my mum to LA for her 60th birthday. Oh, that sounds fun. That sounds so fun. Not LA, Las Vegas, sorry. Kim's having a mega family get-together in Harvey Bay. That's going to be great. Rebecca works every holiday. Oh, is that planned? Like, do you like to do that? Because if you like to do that, that's cool. But if you don't like to do that, it's a little not fair. Kathleen says, cuddled up with my best buds, Pup and Old Man Kitty, watching Turtles, Chet, and movies on the tube. I love watching Christmas movies. I think I've said that about 14 times today, but I really do like it. Rebecca says, Eve and Day, I don't get days off. Oh. Sally says Christmas lunch is at her parents'. Hubby is working in the morning. So unfortunately, sometimes people do have to work Christmas Day. You know, there's industries that don't close, and especially like emergency services and stuff like that, where people's lives can depend if they're at work. I think it's really important to remember those people that are keeping an eye out on us even when they're not visible. So I think that's cool. Oh, okay, hang on. Oh, I'll show that. Chet is crochet. Sorry. I was trying to work out what Chet was. Thanks for that. Marion says lunch at home. 5 or 6 of us very quiet. Black Pearl knits family time and hopefully lots of knitting and crochet. Abby has a bucket on her head. Yes, but you basically have to be right here. Keep coming, keep coming. Down a bit if you want them to see your bucket. Careful, you're banging the other camera. In Australia, it's cricket season right now. Cricket is one of our most, I don't know, is it our most beloved sport? It's most beloved sport in our household. Abby hates cricket, but she loves the actual bucket head thing that goes on with cricket. So KFC, I don't even know how this started, but many years ago, people would rock up to the cricket with a KFC, thanks Abs, with a KFC bucket on their head. But now you can actually buy, like you can actually get the big bash buckets, which are like colour themed for your state, that you don't have to have bought filled with chicken. So they're clean. You can get an empty one. But anyway, it's very weird. I don't understand it. Sally says, yeah, her husband will be working at a family business. You would be surprised at how many people come in for batteries, ice, milk, etc. A few years ago, quite a few years ago actually, it's now that I'm thinking about it, we had many people coming to my house for Christmas, as usual. And you can't remember this. You were not born.
Oh, I thought it was 2014.
No. I'm talking 1990s. Oh. Right? So, and we quite often have like a lot of the family sleep over. So that we'll have some people sleep over Christmas Eve and some people sleep over Christmas night, so we can all have fun and no one has to drive. And, you know, we set up tents in the yard and it's a lot of fun. We basically, it's just a lot of fun. But this one particular year, I make like big platters of chicken drumsticks. So some of them will be tandoori chicken and mango chicken and plain chicken. Anyway, so there's like 50 to 100 drumsticks depending on how many people are going to be here. So I knew we were having a big Christmas. It was huge. I was exhausted, so I'd gone to bed like by about 9 o'clock. I've woken up the next morning to find empty platters of chicken. They're just like the platters with bones. It's absolutely insane. And I'm just coming to the kitchen just horrified. This is Christmas Day. Christmas Day. And the food had been eaten the night before. What's happened is all the boys, my dad and my brothers and some of my mates, all stayed up really late playing guitars and talking and drinking and got hungry. So they're like, oh, she won't notice a couple missing, and ate the lot. So that morning I've woken up and I've totally lost my mind. I'm yelling and the whole household's woken up and I'm, screaming like, what are we supposed to do now? There's more people coming and there's like, this was the majority of our meat. You know, there's still heaps of salad and there was ham and, it wasn't everything, but it was just like a huge portion. It was this anyway, I'm like losing it. And my dad's like, oh, it's all right, Chantel, it's all right. I'll go and I'll find you. I'm like, it's Christmas Day, Dad. Where are you going to find open that will sell you meat that I don't have to cook? He came back, it would have been about an hour and a half, 2 hours later, with 5 barbecue chickens. He had found a family-run IGA like 45 minutes away that had barbecue chickens, and he had to wait for them to finish being ready, and he was like, oh, I hope 5 was enough. Their FPOS wasn't working and it's all the cash I had. 5 was plenty enough, but it was so, oh my gosh, it was so bad. I should lock the fridge on Christmas Eve this year. Oh, I'm tempted because it's all the same crowd back again, so, but admittedly now they're all older and wiser, and they it's quite funny because I'll be like, right, you can eat this, but if you touch anything else, I will come after you. And so it's quite funny. You can see where they've finished eating all of the food, like crumbs, everything. And they're like, the temptation, and like, I've heard my dad go, don't even. Daniel, put it back. Or Luke, don't touch that. That's for tomorrow, and she will lose her mind. So I know Dad definitely learned his lesson. It is generally quite an amusing family story now, but at the time, not funny. Totally not funny. Daigo says, I'll be celebrating 2 things. First, it's my 56th birthday on the 22nd, and then you're retiring on the 28th. Oh my gosh, that's going to be so fun. Kim wants to know if Abby is bored with the stickers yet. What stickers? Oh, the layers of your present. Okay, all right. Abby says that they're not boring, they're cool, and she's started to use them. So, sorry, I'm trying to work out because we've had so many discussions. On Kim TV radio everywhere, my son comes over and out comes the beer and the cheering. We tend to have the cricket on at least one screen somewhere. Like, we don't make everybody watch it because most of my family don't get into cricket. But we'd like to keep an eye on the score. You just remind them and lay out the consequences. Yeah, absolutely. I will totally, and I will do it again. And it's every year that I'm like, right, you can eat this. I've made extra, I always make extra things. I make extra white Christmas and I make extra chicken and things like that. And I'll be like, you can eat this plate of the chicken, because I know them. They're not going to eat the fruit if there's a plate of chicken. Like, they're carnivores. Abby will eat the fruit for sure, over the chicken every time. And so, yeah, but I definitely, and I'm like, right. And it's like it's a reason, like I feed them dinner. It's not like I'm like, no food for 48 hours before Christmas. No, they're fed all their meals. And then I make this like little extra midnight snack thing. And I'll be like, this is your midnight snack. And do not touch anything else. So, yeah. Oh my gosh. Kathleen says, I'm sorry, but I'm getting a kick out of the fact that you have KFC and IGA. Why is that, Kathleen? Where are you based? Are you not, like, I'm just assuming most of you are in Australia. So, Chris Bragg says, retirement was a happy day of my life. Yes, it trumped my children. That means it's better than having children. I was waiting for it. Chris Bragg says, I write on things, touch and you will die. If I really don't want something eaten. Are you using my new mic? Yes, I am. Is it not working? Is it bad? It's on. Look here, it's just down here. Look, whoop. Can you see it? I don't know. I was testing it out and I could hear, like I had headphones on and the mic was laying on the table. So is the new mic bad? Anyway, it didn't. I don't know. Now I'm self-conscious, Kim. I'm self-conscious. Oh, it's all good. No, everyone's happy. Kim was just curious. I had planned to put this Christmas hat on for this live stream, so thank you for bringing it over. Do you reckon you could bring my cup of water off the kitchen bench, please?
Would you like an iced coffee?
No, because I've got cold coffee here. I know iced coffee is not in the same realms. Abby has been making these amazing iced coffees. We're going through a bucket load of milk that we would not normally go through, but I don't care because they're so good. Where are we? Angie Strasser, welcome to the chat. Oh, thank you, Abby.
It matches the beads.
It matches my little buttons and my things. I saw a message before asking if any of us have Christmas advent calendars. I got one this year.
I get one.
And Abby's got the standard chocolate one from Woolies. But I got one from Tea for Talia, and it's all these little individual bags of tea leaves each day. And the first parcel was tea leaves and like a tea basket, so you can hook it onto your cup and just drop your leaves straight into it. It's fantastic. I love it. Kim's got a stitch marker advent calendar. I'm pretty lousy at remembering to open and post pics. Oh yeah, I'm dreadfully lousy at remembering. Abby reminds me, like, Mom, have you opened your tea yet? And I'm like, no, quick, let's open the last 3 days that I haven't opened.
And have you drunk it?
I have not drunk them all, no. Marion says, I made advent boxes for my 2 kids and their partners. Each day has a prezi and something to eat. Oh, that's so cute. Sally won a Tea for Talia Advent. Are you enjoying it, Sally? Because I'm loving mine. I really am. I really am. Oh, it's a little Prezi. Thank you. I was trying to work out what lot Prezi was. I just glazed over it. So yeah. So Kathleen's in Northern California. We can't find the stores we shop at regularly in the next state, but you have them way over the pond. You love that. Oh, I understand now. Yeah. What does IGA stand for? Is it like Independent Grocers Australia or something like that? Or I don't know. Lindsay says there should be a fibrific calendar next year, mini skeins of sock yarn. Lindsay, I nearly did one this year and I was just a bit overwhelmed with all the things I had to get done. But I think I'm going to plan one in for next year. So, and get it organized early so that I don't feel overwhelmed by Christmas. Because we have such big Christmas for the family, like the lead up to it is pretty intense. My house is pretty much a tip most of the time. And we empty it basically for Christmas. So it's really a good cleaning purge to do, but also it's a lot of work. So even because I'm going to be really truthful with you guys, historically, fiberific over the summer months, because it's summer for us now, the sales drop down and things quieten down, and I'm okay with that because, you know, it's time for a little bit of a rest. It's a little bit of, you know, like less work to do, less of everything really. Except this year it hasn't happened. It hasn't really slowed down, and that's good from a business perspective. That's really good. But from a, hey, I thought I'd be getting a break by now perspective, it's not great. And so when I was first thinking about doing the advent calendar back in, what was it, like around September, October, even then I was already like a bit like, I don't think I could fit it in. So, yeah, I don't have my stars up yet, Cindy. No, I've been sidetracked. We haven't actually decorated the house yet. We've got the tree up. We've got all the lights up in the yard. Abby's popped some tinsel around, but we wanted to get some stuff sorted before we started decorating, and that stuff's just about all done now. So I'm like, got to quickly get some more stars made. Helen is working on next Christmas already. Oh, look, do you know what? We've got to do it, Helen. We've got to be prepared and we've got to be ready to do this stuff. Lindsay's recommending that I set up a pre-order window so I don't get too many to handle. Yeah, and I think that would be nice too, to make it a bit special for those of you that really, really do want it, and just have it like, right, if you want an advent calendar from Fiberific, then, you know, you've got to order it within this window, and it gives me enough time to make enough of them. So kind of like how with the Mystery Lace Club, if you want to be in the Mystery Lace Club, you've got to book in by the 20th of the month before, so that I've got time to do all the stuff. So like if you booked in now, the 20th today, you'll get the January box. You don't get the December box. It'll be time to take them down soon. It will be. Yeah, you're right. I have left it a bit too late this year. But next year it'll be quicker and easier because A, they will have already been made, and B, it won't be I've never hung, like, we have up all the decorations we would previously have put up. We're pretty much boring and just do the tree and a bit of tinsel. We actually went out and bought lights for outside. We've got all these solar powered, like, cute icicle lights and coloured fairy lights. We don't normally do that at all. So this year we've done that, so that's already more than what we would normally do. And I want to do the whole decorate the ceiling thing. So again, we don't normally do it, so it's all new for me, and I didn't realise how many bits I would need. And it's like, right, I'm also going to be making pom-poms, like madly cranking out some little pom-poms and getting heaps of those up as well. And we've got some extra Christmas baubles, so they're going to go up as well, sort of fill it out and give it some colour. We also happen to have bought these 3 extra packs of Christmas lights that were not solar powered. So all of the lights we have outside are solar powered. So we didn't have to worry about trying to make sure everything could connect to a power point. But I've got these 3 packs of icicles that I could actually hang inside, and I'm so tempted to do it. What do you guys reckon? Do you reckon I should hang icicles that would normally be for outside lighting, but inside, like, because they're like the ones with the little lines of, so that they're long, and then so hang on. They're like got the long strand, but then they have like little 30-centimeter drops of like more fairy lights. So I'm thinking about running them around the top of the room because I got 3 packets. Well, I don't know how many meters that is. It's a lot of meters, let me tell you. Sally wants a mini screen advent calendar for next year. Well, Sally, I'll try to do that for you. First time this year putting up a Christmas tree. I'm so glad it's still standing. Is there a reason why you haven't put one up in the past? I don't know. Yes, inside icicles. Okay. I wish we could use solar lights. Is there a reason why you can't use solar lights, Chris Bragg? Solar power is the way to go for your Christmas lights. Don't blow out your electricity bill. Exactly. And we've got a 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 sets of lights plus a Santa and a sleigh with reindeer and also candy canes all out the front running on solar. So, oh, Sally's had a cat issue. See, I've got a cat issue, Mr. Tibbles. He likes the Christmas tree, but as long as I put bells all around the tree, he hates the bells, so he leaves everything alone. Tibbles doesn't so much like the Christmas tree as he likes our Christmas presents and unwraps them for us. Cindy says, mini skeins that end up that you can knit rainbow socks. Sign me up. Oh dear. Bye Andrea, have a great day. Marion says, I'm so lazy, wheeled the tree out of the cupboard yesterday, plugged it in, bingo, instant Christmas. No, that's not lazy, that's clever. That's clever. I've got to unpack the, actually, do you know what? I am exceptionally lazy. I didn't even do it. Abby did it. Unpack the tree, build the tree with all its little, you know, put the bits in, all color coded, then put the lights on, then, you know, all that stuff. Abby did a lot this year. I've been working. So, and like to the point where, are you ready? Well, actually, is it bad parenting? You guys can tell me if it's bad parenting. Abby was on my case. I want to put up the tree. I want to put up the tree. And I'm like, well, we can't put the tree up until the lounge room has cleaned and vacuumed and mopped. Well, I come in a couple of hours later. Everything is sorted and beautiful and perfect in the lounge room. It's been vacuumed. It's been mopped. And she's like, can I put the tree up now? And I'm like, yeah, you can. Have fun. Make the Fibrific Advent packages to hang on the tree. So like, as in you get the box and then you can hang all like 25 little things on the tree. And then as you open them, you can take them out. Is that what we're talking about? Just so that I'm clear, Marion, because I like that idea. Donna Davis is, how do I order the blinglets and how do you use them? You go to my web store, which Jackie has put the link up. Thank you, Jackie. And you can order them through there and they'll be shipped directly to you. And you just use them like a normal stitch marker for knitting. So if you're a crocheter, blinglets aren't going to be for you. I hate to say it. They'll stay stuck in your crochet forever. But you just use it, you just slip them from one needle to the other as you go. Kim says, my 7-year-old had a 30-centimeter tree from IKEA in his bedroom that he's kept up all year. There was some presents on the coffee table, so he brought his tree out to put on the coffee table with him. Because you don't pop a tree up, do you, Kim? Because you're away. Is that right? Lindsay says, my gram just leaves her tree up year-round in the sitting room. It saves a bunch of time. Yeah. Rowan says, that's good parenting. Thank you, Rowans. I appreciate that. You can stay. Just looking. People here are so talented and patient. Hey, Bella, welcome to the chat. Yeah, there are some amazing people in this group. I'm constantly inspired by what they're all doing. If you guys want to check out what you're all doing, we have another group over on Facebook called the Fibrific Finish Along, where we're having a little encouragement pool of prizes. Where you can pop photos of your finished projects. We had a big discussion a few months ago where none of us were finishing our projects. So we needed some encouragement. So we were all encouraging each other. So we've got the Fibrific Finish Along group on Facebook. And there's heaps of photos of beautiful, beautiful work in there as well. Donna Davis also knits. Fantastic. So the blinglets are great for knitting. They're beautiful. They don't snag your yarn. They look cute. They do the job. Just get the right size for your needles. That's all I recommend. Tyra says her neighbour keeps her tree up and decorates it according to the holiday. Her Valentine's Day tree is the best. Oh my gosh, that's such a good idea. Oh, I love that. Because it's so, like, you know, you've got Christmas, and then we've got Australia Day in January. You could totally do that. Hey, Marie Harding, who is a newbie here. Marie is one of our new subscribers, guys. It was at the very beginning of this stream, I read out a list of the new subscriber names, and Maria was one of those. Welcome to the chat, Maria. A mini shirt as in a dress or under tree shirt. Oh, skirt. So it's a skirt for under the tree. That's what I did.
Tree skirt.
Yeah, tree skirt. What's up?
Oh.
Okay.
I need to go to the person's house.
Yeah, I'm in the middle of a live chat.
Oh no, not now.
Okay, Abby. Reminding me now is not good. Off you go, lovely. Go and find something to do. Okay. Abby's bored because I've told her she cannot connect to the internet while I am live streaming. But you can run out to the Fibrific and grab the Optus connection. Just saying. Where are we? Kim says she has still finished none of her projects. I finished my tree skirt. That's it. Where are we? Skein, not shirt. I'm confused. I don't know. Rowan says my husband would have a fit if I tried to keep my tree. So would mine. Mine would completely lose his mind. Absolutely. Also, she can use her mobile data. She totally can. Yeah, she's... No, we're not.
Yeah, we are. I got a notification.
All right. Well, I'll have to... Hang on. Let me have a look here. No, our notification is that we've used 50%. So you're right. You can keep going. Abby got a notification saying we've used 50... Abby and I share mobile data. So, yeah. You never posted your UFOs. No, I didn't. You're quite right. I didn't. Because I was ashamed of how many there were and overwhelmed. And I also knew I wasn't going to get any time to work on them. So I made the group for you guys, not for me at all. Did I post a pic of it finished? I have not yet, Cindy. I finished it and threw it straight under the tree, and it now has presents on it. So what I'll try and do is I'll try and grab I've got a couple of little photos, and I'll see what I can do about that. Kim Nelson, Kim Scullen is rage knitting. She totally is. It's hilarious to watch. Am I allowed to join the finish along if I only have 2 rounds left? Lindsay, we have 2 different, like if you go through and you join the group, you can see that we've got 2 separate prize pools. We've got for the unfinished, which are the projects that started before September that had been sort of languishing. And then we've got the new finished, which are projects that have been newly started and newly finished so that people could continue on. And because this goes until the 1st of January. I just whacked my little microphone. Sorry, guys. So yeah, so you can pop it into new finished if you like. Guys, we've been having such a good chat. I've done like 2 stars, like no stars, like nothing. But I've been having such a nice chat. Abby's bored. Thank you for my water, Abby. I really needed water instead of coffee.
I didn't even make it.
I know, but you passed it to me when I couldn't go and get it. I made it for myself.
Sassy.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you've recently jumped into the chat, I'm working on crochet stars from the Craftsy blog. They're just, there's a link in the description down below for a full picture tutorial on how to make them. They are sweet and they're cute. I'm just using some undyed yarn here. This is unbulked yarn, so when you buy your yarn as a commercial dyer, you don't, the yarn comes through a bit thinner than what you expect, and what it is because it's extra dry from making sure it can go through all the machinery. So what you do is you wash it and you treat the wool when you wash it so that it fluffs up a little, it fills out and softens off. Kathleen says, where is that to be posted for UFOs and finished objects? There's a Facebook group. Kim, oh, thank you, Kim's popped a link in. She's on it. Thank you, Kim. Champion. 8 Plies DK. Yes, it is. That's right. If your yarn is super fine 8-ply, is that likely is that a sport weight or a 5-ply yarn? See, super fine to me says what kind of wool it is, so it's probably a soft wool. If it's an 8-ply, it's an 8-ply. That's how I see it, Sally. It would totally depend on your meterage per 100 grams and the content of the wool. So if you've got like a mohair silk, like think Kid Silk Haze, where it is a really fine yarn and you get 400 meters per 50 grams, that's technically classed as a lace, like that's technically classed as a lace weight. But because of the mohair halo on it, it's more usually classed in a 4-ply weight. So it's all very unusual. It's all very unusual. Bye, Chris. Have a good night. Marion says 5-ply is a sport weight between fingering and DK. Absolutely it is, yes. So, and then you've got the whole, like there's so much confusion around the naming conventions of yarn weights. There really is. It's no one's fault that we can't understand all these different things, because there is no industry standard. Like in the US they try to have one, but that is not an international standard. That's just a US standard. So it does get confusing every now and again. Donna Davis says, wish I had someone to weave in ends. I don't like to do it at all. Yep, I totally agree. I totally agree. I'm going to have words with Claire. Claire Bear. Close. That's right, Kim. Yarn standards, you ain't got none. I may have made a whole video about that a little while ago, about the different weights and standards and terms used to describe yarn. Hello?
I want to be famous.
Oh, he's going to be famous apparently. Not quite sure how.
With your hand.
Kim says, I'm over the weights and names. I just pick what I think is right from what I can or what I can get. Exactly. That's what we have to do, honestly. You either get the exact yarn the designer has specified, or you try and find a substitute using the same thing. Don't go with fingering. Don't go with the words. Go with your meterage. It's a 60% wool, 30% fossum, 10% nylon, 100 grams, 420 meters. So technically speaking, I would consider that a 4-ply. Or like 420, that's a sock weight. That's not an 8-ply at all. So unless there's, see, that's the other thing. They may have written 8-ply because it literally has 8 plies. So that's another confusing thing. 420 meters, that's definitely, yeah, Claire's releasing videos during my streams again. Yes, she is. She is evil. Sally just doesn't know what to make with it. I would totally make something, like it's soft, right? It's got nylon in it. It's designed to be a sock yarn. That's what I would say. Make socks or a shawl. Jackie says go with a wraps per inch and gauge and meters per 100 gram. Yep, absolutely. That's what I mean. Like those of us in Australia, we've sort of always had to do this, because quite often the yarn coming out of the UK and out of the US is like #1 or #2 and worsted, or you know, and we don't have those weights here at all. So but yeah, I would totally make socks. Who is evil? Claire Sullivan from Bob Wilson 123 is currently on evil status as she's releasing videos while we're having live chat, and we all want to run over and watch her new video. Someone mentioned the panettone Swiss rolls. Kim, a friend of mine, Adrian Barilla Bakes, he pops out videos every now and again of these amazing concoctions that he puts together, and he has done a lemon Swiss roll using panettone instead of just a sponge. And oh my god, it looks good, and I totally want to make one. And I'm off. I was like, right, Adrian, I'm struggling to get a decent panettone. I keep buying what is supposed to be good brands, and they're dry and horrible. And he was like, go to Aldi. The Aldi ones are not bad and they're cheap. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to try that. So I'm totally going to be making I've just realized this whole time I've had top chat on rather than live chat. So if I've been missing messages, I'm so sorry about that. Yeah. Yeah. Even our ply system is inconsistent. Yes, it is. Absolutely. Sally says it doesn't mention what it is at all on the label. I contacted the company and they said superfine 8-ply. Yeah, they've just tried to make it sound amazing. It's just not. It's just not at all. And I agree with Marion. Do a gauge swatch. Get the kind of fabric that you want to get and then work out a pattern that you think you can get with that. Did you see the Tim Tam gingerbread house? I did. Totally. Rebecca says, I never knew Claire as evil. I always thought she was a nice lady. No, Claire's totally evil. She's totally evil. I'm going to message her later and tell her how evil she is for putting out amazing content that I want to watch while I'm live streaming. I can't go and watch it. That's just like, Sia's like, just hang here for a minute while I just pop over and watch this. Sally says it looks too thin to be an 8-ply. It's not an 8-ply. If it's 100 grams and it's 400 meters, it's not an 8-ply. 8-ply is not more than 200 meters per 100 grams. Yeah, it's definitely not an 8-ply. So yeah, so ignore what they say. Do yourself a gauge swatch, get the fabric that you want, and it's definitely not an 8-ply. Super fine denotes the kind of wool base. It should never describe a yarn weight. So yeah. Rowan says she's not evil but does evil deeds. That's probably closer to correct, Rowan. Yeah. Marion says, ooh, there's a Tim Tam house. Yes, there is. Kim, at some stage, if I don't do it, can you pop a link into the Fiberific Fun Zone of the gingerbread house? Rebecca says that she's missed so much of the live chat. That's all right, Rebecca, because it's going to stay up and you can always go back and rewatch it later. Where are we at? We're at 11:16, so we've got about 15 more minutes of our live chat today before I have to go out and pack 11 million mystery lace clubs. Yay! Link is in the fun zone. Thank you, Kim. You're a champion. And I know, I just totally forgot that you're not even on a normal connection, so I appreciate that doubly more. It's the quick and the dead around here. It is the quick and the dead. Marion's not on Facebook. Oh no, Marion, you might be able to like hit YouTube and just type in Tim Tam gingerbread house and see what happens. It might be on a YouTube video as well. Yeah, I don't know. There we go. At the end. Beep. Oh no, I split the yarn. That was dumb. Let's split the yarn as we're trying to cast off. Kim has her laptop. Oh, that's good, Kim. I've got lots of messages here. I need to be going through them as well. Oh, Kim, you're a champion. Marion, Kim has found you the laptop. Kim has found the Tim Tam house on YouTube. So right-click that link or you will leave our chat, which I would be very sad about. I just want to put that out there. But yeah, so I watched the video for the panettone Swiss roll, and I'm just like, I need to go and buy a panettone and make some lemon butter and go from there. Kim figured that she was going to need her chat time. I totally understand that, Kim. I really do. How many stars do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 little ones. There'll be an 18 soon. And 1 big one, which I'm going to make some more big ones. How wide would you make a male scarf for a very petite 4-year-old? How wide is that? Do I have a rule? I don't have a ruler here. I would say about 5 inches wide. That's what I would say. That's my guess. What do you guys reckon? Kim has the fastest fingers in the world. Yeah, they're pretty quick. They're pretty quick. Kim says, I used to work on a help desk. Finding things quickly is my jam. I've already got a thing there. I've just realised I'll just pull that straight out of the camera. Leonie, welcome to the chat. It's been ages. She's doing the usual Christmas cleaning, cooking, making dukkha, almond butter crunch, and forgotten cookies. Yeah, that sounds amazing. We're all going to your place. Absolutely. I'm hungry now, guys. Like, I should possibly... Do you know what I had for breakfast this morning? I totally should have had more. Not of that, but more substantial brekkie. I had Fruit Loops. I haven't had Fruit Loops in years. And then the other day while we were shopping, I always let Abby pick like a dodgy cereal to have during school holidays. So during school, she can have like Wheat Bix or stuff like that. And during the school holidays, I'm a bit more lax. You know, she doesn't have to have her learning brain on, so she can enjoy her Fruit Loops or whatever. So she chose Fruit Loops. And so I had Fruit Loops for breakfast and actually really enjoyed them. But is it just me, or has the texture changed on Fruit Loops? They just seemed like not as smooth. They're like really like granular-y. Yeah, Fruit Loops are good. They are. I haven't had them in so long and I really enjoyed it, but I just don't think it was a substantial enough breakfast, and now I'm hungry. So yeah, I mean, it is nearly lunchtime, so it's not like totally beyond the realms that I should be feeling hungry right now. What did I just do then? I don't even know what I did. Hang on. I'm at the end of my little round. I need to join the Who's What's It in there. Get out of the way, tail. Join the Who's What's It, then find the gap, poke in the gap, and then make some chainy bits. Oh, I've done it again. It just looks wrong. Hang on. I know why it looks wrong. I'm not finding the next thing. I'm in the one before it. Hang on. There we go. Hang on, guys. I'll get there. Jackie says, I think they might be whole grain now, trying to make them healthy. Really? Because I don't reckon... I'm at 7.5 and it seems way too wide. Restarted with a larger hook. Thought I adjusted, but not near enough. Nope. Rebecca says, I haven't had Fruit Loops in a couple of years. Yeah. They changed them to be gluten-free? Really? I'm going to have to check the box now. I hate gluten-free stuff. It does evil things to my digestive tract. So I may be suffering later. That would be horrible. They changed the ingredients. Surprised she's not bouncing off the walls from artificial colours. Yeah. If it's a thin wool, he would wear it folded in half. Yeah, possibly. Trying to be healthy but not actually getting there. Well, that's the thing. Like, let's add it as to be whole grains, but we still have 40% sugar. So, yeah, nope. Fail. So, yes. I'm normally pretty, like, Abby's so good with eating fruit and veggies and stuff. I'm not, like, when she wants to have something a bit sweet, I'm normally like, yeah, go for it. Because she's so good about it. And, like, even if she has an afternoon snack, more often than not, it is fruit. Or it is, like, something like cheese or something not bad for her. So when she wants, like, a box of Fruit Loops or something, I'm like, yeah, go on, toss them in. I didn't notice it in that shop because that particular shop was quite big already. So, like, an extra couple of bucks. I was like, oh. Kim says, just checking the website, they aren't gluten-free. Oh, that's good. Thank you, Kim. I appreciate that. That was going to be my first thing I did when I got off the chat. I thought they would have had that, like, you know, if they were able to make them gluten-free, they'd have that, like, all over it, like, hardcore, like, hey, now gluten-free. They've removed the high fructose from some of them. I don't know. I've ditched the box. We don't even have the box anymore, so I can't even look on the box. Yeah, I definitely don't buy Fruit Loops for the vitamins. Let's have a look here. Maize flour, wheat flour, oat flour, sugar. Isn't that funny? Like, I don't know about the rules in the US, but we have to put our ingredients in order of the the largest percentage to the least. So it's like cereals is the highest, then sugar. Oh dear. Kathleen says, Kim, it's not cold here, just using a red heart for worsted. I'll just finish this big piece for $1 and start over. That's probably not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea. Oh man, 2, 3, 4, and 5. If I see, like for me, worsted's thick. Like I don't even use DK most of the time. It's so hot here. I'm very much of a sock weight yarn person. I really like sock weights and lace weights, just because this is Queensland and it's quite steamy and hot here. So, yeah, it's we don't get the real proper cold. Like for us for winter, if we have to wear a hoodie for a couple of days, unless of course you go out at night when it's that bit cooler, but during the day, if we go out, it's like if you might need a hoodie for if you're in the shade. Jackie says at least it had cereals first, but probably by like 0.01%. Yeah, that's probably really likely. Like there's so much sugar in that cereal. And like even the milk, like, because I don't know about you guys, but I drink the milk at the end. Like I eat all my cereal, leave all the milk, and then drink the milk, right? The milk is so sweet. It's like having a milkshake with breakfast, which feels all kinds of naughty. But I do it because it's good. Would he wear a cowl? You could join it as a cowl and then he could fold it. Kathleen says, I don't believe you, lol. I need to visit to see for myself. Yeah, totally, Jack. Like, totally, Kathleen. Like, with this is subtropical here. Our winters are a joke. They totally are a joke. Oh, sorry, it was Fruity Pebbles. What was Fruity Pebbles? I missed something, didn't I? What did I miss? Rowan's impressions. 55% cereal, 44% sugar, and 1% other stuff. Yeah, that seems about right. That feels right to me, for sure. Oh man, so funny. So, what are we all baking? Like, do we all have our specialty that we're making for Christmas? Like we've got potato salad. Like we've discussed potato salad and trifle here before, so they're definitely happening. Abby's decided she wants to make a pavlova, so she's going to make a pavlova to add to the Christmas table. And then we've got chicken and ham and pork. So we're having all those things. Forgotten cookies are a white meringue with white chocolate and toasted macadamia. It's flavoured with freeze-dried strawberries. Leonie, we need a link to that recipe. Oh my God, that sounds delicious. Kim says, hey, I freeze every winter. Kim, seriously. And Leonie says they're forgotten because you make them up in the evening, then place them in the 180C oven, turn the oven off and go to bed. Next morning, ready. Ta-da! I love that. That's so cool. How does Abby make the iced coffee? I love iced coffee. I'd have to get Abby for that. So I know that she uses a shot of coffee out of the coffee machine, and then she uses, I've got this pump pack that's vanilla coffee, and she puts a pump of that in, ice cubes, milk, and then cream on the top. It's very good. It's very good. I'm doing a baked ham and a vertical potato bake. What is a vertical potato bake? I don't know what that is. Sally's making potato salad. Kim's making a baked... I don't know what a vertical potato bake is, Kim. I have no idea. Black Pearl Knits is making gingerbread. Oh my gosh. Abby and I made gingerbread last year and it went down really well. Kathleen says the low in our area has only been at night 48 to 50. We barely got any rain 2 weeks ago randomly. I'll have to Google what 48 to 50 is and see. I don't know what that is. Summer puddings with hubby's berries. Does your hubby grow berries? Because I love berries. We do not have the right climate for berries here. Can Abby do a live tutorial? I am sure that I could talk Abby into doing a live tutorial. Possibly. She may also want to keep it secret. But yeah, she makes excellent iced coffees. Kathleen likes the idea of a toot with Abby. Look, if we do a toot with Abby, it'll probably be over in the Facebook group. I wouldn't make that a Patreon only event. I don't think that would be fair. But yeah, maybe over on Facebook. You slice potato with the mandolin, then stack the slices like a filing cabinet. Okay. But doesn't it sound like, isn't that just a normal potato bake? I'm confused. And you'll get another iced coffee out of it. Oh, like seriously, all I have to do is, Abby, I'd like an iced coffee. And she's like, here you go. It's 8 degrees. Okay. Yeah, that sounds about what we get. For, I mean, some winters we go down to about 6 overnight. But then we're up to 20 the next day. So, you know, we don't stay cold. That's our high during the day. Yeah. So that's, I mean, that's what we get overnight as our winter high, as our winter low. Our winter low during the day is like, our winter high during the day is like 20. You love my hat? Thanks, Donna. Abby brought it out for me. I meant to wear it for the whole stream and totally forgot to grab it when I went live, because I'm always like late or stressing out because something's crashed and burned. But today we've been doing okay, so I'm pretty happy about that. So let me, where are we? I'd love 8 now. It'll be 37 tomorrow here in Brisbane. Yes, it's horrible. I've got the air cons on. It's so hot and humid that I've got all the air cons on in my house, and I've got the air cons on out in my little shed where I've got to work. It's gross. It's humid and hot and oh, I understand, Kim, now. So instead of laying them flat, you're laying them like that, like chung 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 chung, like envelopes. Okay, I get it now. I like that idea. That's cool. And then every slice gets like the extra creamy section and the crunchy section. I like that. That's cool. I will totally try and make that. Jackie says, yeah, I always think it's funny when Queenslanders complain that it's cold and it's above 10. Yeah, like I've spent enough time now doing Bendigo winters that I don't complain about Queensland winters. Like, unless it's rainy as well. I don't like it being rainy and cold. Unless I'm allowed to stay inside in my pajamas with my knitting, because then that's okay, with a doona and Netflix. That's like my perfect day. It's cold enough to have your blanket and your knitting and Netflix. That's a day off for me, totally. I'm like, yes. Excuse me, sorry guys. Oh, I forget, I'm coughing. I'm trying to keep it out and I'm like straight into the microphone. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Oh dear. I'm nearly finished this star. Bam, 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 bam. So I watched my Christmas movie last night. Split that. I'll fix it. What's this? And have someone bring you hot beverages so you don't have to get up. Absolutely. That sounds perfect, Jackie. That sounds great. Finished. Oh, threw scissors at myself. I've dropped them on the floor. Hang on. Oh, no. Everything's just crashing. Oh. Oh, man. All class here. Let me tell you that right now. Oh. That is it. That's number 18, I think. I think that was number 18. All done. They still need to have all their ends woven in and their middles pulled. Some of them I've done, like these guys, they're all ready. Those ones are ready to hang. But there's like some of them still have to have their middles pulled, their ends woven in. So they're not all done yet, but they're getting there. They're getting there. I just can't get a cat to learn how to make tea for me. Yeah, I'm pretty, like Abby started drinking tea now. So she started making us tea. That's really cool. Oh, I was about to say the Christmas movie I watched last night was one, what was it called? A Christmas Tale? I don't remember what it was called. It was about a girl who is dog walking to make some money for a necklace that she wants to buy. And the whole story ends up being really fun and like I laughed a lot. And because she's like super shallow and then becomes less shallow throughout the movie, and it's good. But I can't remember why I was going to tell you that one. Use the ends to hang them from. Yeah, that's what I've been doing, but I like to have them woven through separately. So I weave it all off completely and then cut the ends, then use that end to make the tie because I want to be able to maneuver it. Did you watch the Kurt Russell one? I did. Kurt Russell made a rockin' Santa. I read some pretty bad reviews on that movie, and I think they're being harsh, personally. I thought it was perfectly fine. Guys, I know what you're doing here. You're trying to distract me from the time. Apparently Goldie Hawn does a cameo at the end. I wasn't going to give that away, but yeah, she does. She's Mrs. Claus. So yeah. So guys, I've got to go. It's 11:35. I hope you all have a fantastic Christmas. I'm still going to be on Insta. I'm still going to be over on Facebook, popping things up. I'll be popping our competition with our 3 skeins of yarn up for the Abbey Shawl. So, you know, you can keep track of everything. There won't probably be another live chat now until, I don't know, I have to check the date, 27th, something like that. Sally says there's a Christmas movie on Channel 7 right now. Well, I did say what it was, Kim. So no. Kim, why do you want me to wait? Why? Why am I waiting? You can't go. Kathleen says, Merry Christmas to you all. Thank you, Kathleen. What about next week? Yeah, I believe next week will be a go. We'll see if I'm away. If I'm here, I'm here. If I'm not, I'm not. I will let you know Wednesday, my time, because it's not January. Good point. That's a good point. Yes. Merry Christmas to everybody, and I will talk to you all soon. Bye.